Dear learners, I welcome you all to the course of Income Tax Law and Practice, a 4-credit course at certificate level. Income tax is an important direct tax. It is a most significant source of revenue of the government. Funds are required by government for the development of country and to promote the welfare of its people. To bridge the gap between the rich and poor, every government needs funds, and these funds are generated by the government from the people to be used for their welfare. There are different ways of collection of funds from the people, direct and indirect. Income tax, being a direct tax, is an important tool to achieve the balanced socio-economic growth. Income tax is imposed on the total income of assessee, and the total income of assessee can be computed by considering the following procedure. First and foremost step is to determine the residential status of an assessee. After determining the residential status of an assessee, various incomes to be included in the gross total income of assessee are to be ascertained. Next step is to compute income as per Income Tax Act under the different heads of income. As per Income Tax Act, income of an assessee has been divided into 5 heads, and these 5 heads are salaries, house property, income under the head profits and gains, capital gains, and income from other sources. Income under these heads is computed as per the provisions of Income Tax Act. Next step is to include income of other persons in the income of assessee as per the provisions of section 60 to 65 under the appropriate heads. Provisions of set off and carry forward of losses are applied here. Now next very important step is the computation of gross total income. Gross total income is an aggregate of income computed under the separate heads. Since tax is computed on the total income of an assessee, out of the gross total income, deductions under section 80C to 80U are to be given, and the balance is called total income, on which tax is to be computed as per the tax rates applicable to the relevant previous year corresponding to the assessment year. Where any person is assessable either in respect of his own income or the income of any other person, he is required to furnish the return of income on or before the due date of furnishing the return as per the provisions of section 139 subsection 1. If any assessee fails to file return, an assessing officer may serve a notice on such person requiring him to furnish the return within the time specified in the notice. This course mainly has been framed with the objective of to teach about concept of tax and tax mechanism to the students, to establish an understanding of the different types of tax laws prevailing in the country, to highlight the significance of tax, to impart the knowledge of latest provisions of Income Tax Act, to identify the different modes of collection of tax, to create an awareness among the students regarding the concept of computation of taxable income, to familiarize the students with the concept of filing of return, to make them aware about the importance of different documents used in filing of return. This course would also help the students to practice as tax advisor or tax consultant after completing this course. The duration of this course is 60 hours, which can be completed within a period of 12 to 14 weeks. After the successful completion of this course, students would be able to differentiate the various concepts of income tax. They would be able to know about the importance of the concept of residential status in the income tax. They will be able to compute total income for taxation purposes. They would easily be able to differentiate gross total income and total income. They would be able to know about the legal means of saving tax. They can compute taxable income and file a return of income, either manual or e-filing. They would be able to take tax sensitive decisions in the real life. Thank you.